Hi, my review is on the movie Total Recall, which opened up on August 3rd and starring Colin Farrell and Kate Beckinsale. And I have a little bit of a summary of the movie before I get to the review. A factory worker, Douglas Quaid, begins to suspect that he is a spy after visiting Recall, a company that provides its clients with implanted fake memories of a life they would like to have led, goes wrong, and finds himself on the run. Now, basically, the story is the same because it is a remake, and the movie flows the same way that the original did, where he has dreams and then he goes to recall and, you know, and lives his, has this fantasy of being a secret agent and all that. That's all very much the same, except there is no Mars in this movie. There is no Mars. All you have is uh, what goes on is it takes place on Earth, and then there's one side that's called the United Federation of Britain, and then the other side is called the Colony. Now there's this elevator. It's a huge elevator called the Fall, and it travels from one end of the Earth down through the core of the Earth and then out on the other end of the Earth. And this is how they travel between the Federation and the Colony. Well, the Colony, or the United Federation of Britain side, they're planning to attack the Colony, and that's basically how the original was. It was that way too, except there was no Mars. Um, and one thing I also know about this movie is the pacing, the happenings, the lines, all were very reminiscent of the original, especially the lines. Because every time in the movie, I'd always hear a line that I heard from the movie back then, from the Sharon Stone and Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Every now and then, I would hear a line in there that came from that movie. So they totally really kind of, it was similar in that way. A lot of the lines were the same, and but in comparison with the old one, I have there are some things that I liked about this one, and there were some things I didn't like about it, and you know the original Total Recall was a it was a cheesy movie. It was cheesy cornball, um, and I don't think it got many good reviews, but I liked its concept better. I mean, the stories are the same, but the concepts were different. I mean, I thought it was so cool. The other one, you had Mars, you had the mutants, you had all out civil war on Mars. It just seemed like more of a fun popcorn flick. But this movie doesn't. It just it you have which in this movie what you have is you have a futuristic city that looks something like you'd see in Blade Runner or um, Fifth Element. Cross between that. That's the Federation, the United Federation of Britain side. Then you have the Colony, which is kind of like the slums, and so basically that's how the movie really is. It's just an elevator that travels between two worlds, and and it's in all the spy stuff and everything. Um, just like the original, but like I said, the concepts are different. I really couldn't really take anything memorable away from this movie at all. I mean, it had a lot of action. I mean, there was a lot of action, a lot of explosions. I mean, if you're a action movie junkie, this will probably suit you just fine. But I think that in this movie, though, I think the acting is better than the original, and certainly the special effects and visual effects are better too. But that's no surprise because both movies are so many years apart. Um, I would have to say that I liked I kind of liked it. I thought it was okay, but like I said, I had issues. I had certain issues with it. But the movie had its fun moments in it, and you know, it's one of those movies you'll either probably like or dislike. You know, it depends upon how you feel. The elevator thing was pretty cool. You know, it takes 30 minutes for it to go from one side to the other. Um, but other than that, that's about, you know. But other than that, that's about what the movie really was just his experience at Recall, and you know, becoming a secret agent, and then fighting against the forces of evil, and you know, that kind of thing. So, but it was okay. I mean, it was a good movie. I'd give it a, you know, I'd give it, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I can't. I'd give it a mild thumbs up. I think it was okay. I don't think it was great. It had its moments, but it's still it's still a worthy film, you know. Um, but yeah, that's my review on it, and everybody. Oh, and by the way, I think that Colin Farrell's um, version of Douglas Quaid, I think he did a good job in that regards. I think that's one thing I know about this movie that's better than the last one, is that the acting in this movie is better. But I just didn't feel like I got anything memorable from it. Um, and so anyways, everybody take care, and I'll talk to you later, and that's the review. Alright, bye.